Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Max Capital here with Wall Street Institute and Company. Welcome to week 19, of the year 2024. So this is week 19 of our trading. We've been trading and documenting our trading. As you've seen on Instagram and other social media pages, we've been posting the best trades for every trade of the week, and very soon we'll have an episode where we do reviews of that as well, because a lot of you want to know how those setups were caught. So we'll focus on one good trade in a day. So normally we'll have a watch list of the top 3, and we're looking to take one best trade and see how that one goes. So we're trying to build some sort of a disciplined approach towards our trading so that we can optimize our overall trading performance and get a better P&L. So we're going to look at 5 instruments or different markets. We're going to look at the dollar index, of course. We're going to look at US30. We're going to look at gold, EURGBP, and the New Zealand dollar against the Swiss franc. So that is basically what's on my watch list this week. Speaking of this week, to me, it is a slow week. So it's one of those weeks where you just be stalking price to see what is happening. There is relatively low volume in the market. So we'll see as the week goes on if we're going to see any changes, especially on the pound. The pound, we're expecting some MPC votes this week, which are going to be on the interest rates decisions. Remember, fundamentals or macroeconomic or political news, what they do is they invoke 2 emotions amongst the humans who trade the market, which is fear and greed. If investors fear or they're uncertain about the future of a certain economy, they're going to sell out of fear. But if they're more optimistic based on the news that came out, they would buy on greed. So basically, whatever is going to happen behind closed doors is going to appear on the charts. So yeah, I also try to do these sessions unscripted, but we normally follow this approach of looking at the fundamentals first. With that said, we have on our trading economics headlines, we have the US economic optimism continuing to decline. So bad news for the dollar, and very good news for the equities market. We've seen stocks rising. It's shown here stocks rise closed mixed. Dow rises for the 5th session. So for the 5th trading session, the Dow Jones have been doing well. We're going to look at the Dow Jones as well. Treasuries continue to decline. Normally, we see some negative coloration when you look at bonds and equities markets. So Canada IVPMI hits 2-year high. So good news for Canada. US used car prices for the most in 6 months. So more bad news for the dollar. Eurozone retail sales rise the most in 18 months. So we'll see that on EURGBP. We're more bullish on EURGBP. UK house prices growth accelerate in April. We'll see how that affects the market. Let's look at our calendar. We had earlier on today, we had news on the Aussie, still based on monetary policy. As you can see, the cash rate was kept the same. What else? Wednesday, we have the 10-year bond auction, and that's US. But let's look at this. Interesting on the Great British Pound. Interesting red folders here. We have a lot happening on the monetary policy, MPC votes, and we also have the governor of the Bank of England, Mr. Bailey, speaking at 1:30 p.m. GMT +2. On Friday, we have more news on the pound, on the gross domestic products month on month, and lastly, news on the US and Canada. Let us look at the charts for now. Dollar index on a monthly time frame, we are bearish. It's looking a bit bullish on a weekly time frame. For me, Yeah, time frame always holds the highest value. So what is happening here? We had this strong push to the upside, of which um I'd be expecting price to come down here. Honestly, I'm expecting to be more active when price gets here or somewhere up there. Let me go on a weekly just a little bit. So yeah, somewhere up there. Let us go on a 2-hour time frame. Yep, there we go. So we had this very strong push to the downside. So around this whole area here, I'm looking to see if the dollar is supposed to go on a screen. Yep, like that. So yeah, there we go. I have my supply, my demand over here. As you can see, the big push to the upside signifies that there is an involvement of a big player. Similarly here, this is where we had significant push to the downside. Fair value area here, which you try to avoid, and we can take this as a high probability supply area because it is in fair value area. So yeah, that's what I have. For now, as things are, I would anticipate further push to the upside and that on the dollar index. Let's see what's next. US30. US30, we're gonna start on a monthly again. See what's happening on a monthly. We are bullish, as you can see, a strong bullish candlestick, bearish on the previous month. Um, Weekly, we are bullish as well. Daily, we are bullish as well. So very, very, very market is proving to be bullish. So step down to lower time frame. Check on 2-hour time frame to see what is happening. So I'm trying to find the area where we had a strong push to the upside or to the downside. So in this case, since we're bullish, we are looking for a strong push to the upside. I would say this one right here. Maybe if we go down to a 1-hour time frame, we'd see something different. Not really, but just this area of demand over here. So that is US30 for me. This is what I'll be anticipating on US30. Let it come down a little bit to the areas of 38,000, and maybe we can see it pushing all the way up to 40,000. We'll see, we'll see. But I'm seeing some strong bullish sentiments here. That is the Dow Jones expected to rise further to the upside. Let's see what is happening with gold. Remove the old analysis. And just a second, sorry about that. Let's click on a monthly time frame. We are bullish. Weekly. Sorry about that. Just a second to go back and find. There we go. Monthly, we're bullish. Weekly, we are bullish as well. Daily time frame seems like we opened bullish as well. So looking for more buying opportunities here. Let's go back to full screen mode. Let me click on a 2-hour time frame. What is happening? 2 hour is one of my favorites. Look at that. So we're trying to find an area that shows the characteristics of an involvement of banks or big player, if we'd like to call it. And just to correct a lot of people out there, I do not trade like the banks. I do not have their hedging systems. However, I can identify their footprints in the markets and join at the right area. So my strategy is purely based on supply and demand, identifying future market turning points with a high degree of accuracy. And it's also based on risk management, where I risk 0.5% on my prop firms and 1 to 2% on personal accounts. So with gold, I will be anticipating gold to fall to the areas of 2300, and then we're going to see if we will get a further push to the upside. So yep, with gold, I'm looking for a buying opportunity. The nearest one is this one right here. It has imbalance. We have fair value area here. So I'd say so far looking good for me. So yep, there we go. Look at that push, how strong that push was to the upside. So I'm expecting gold to drop a bit and all the way up there. So it's gonna be all about market timing from now on. Let's look at the euro against the Great British Pound. So there we go. We're bullish on a monthly. See, bullish on a weekly. Check on a daily, bullish as well. Fantastic. So let us check some lower time frames. Step down maybe to a 4-hour. I'm looking for a momentum candlestick or momentum push. So it looks like near current market price, we have something happening here. So continuing going down with the time frame. So once again, seeing this strong push to the upside here. Let us look at more lower time frames. See, we have a push here, but it's not as aggressive as it was at this point. So once again, step down to the next lower time frame. Maybe we'll get a proper signal to buy. Let's see. Yeah, for me, I would consider this one right here. So, yeah, something like that. On a daily. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm looking for buying opportunities somewhere down there. Right. So I'm looking for the market to come down. Because remember, I can't be buying here. Yes, the market is bullish, but where am I buying from? For everyone is buying this thing. So I'm gonna wait for sellers to come in and then take it all the way up. So that's what I have for EURGBP. Let us look at the next here. NZDCHF. Follow the same method of finding the trend first. It's very important. So I have several rejections from the upside of things. Looks like fair value. Nonetheless, we are bullish. On a weekly, we're bullish as well. Check on a daily. Daily just opened, so we will see how we trade here. Let's look at our forward time frame and see if we have a strong push to the upside. We have one right here. Look at that candlestick. So stepping down to our, let us see. There we go. So this is what I'll be expecting on NZDCHF. Big push, fair value area, back to supply, to demand, and further up. So yeah, that's what I have for you on as my watch list for this week. Really, once again, I said it's a very slow week. As you can see, we do not have those strong pushes up or down. We'll see what happens after the news release on monetary policies that's going to affect the pound. We're gonna keep a close eye on a couple of pound pairs so that we can take advantage. It's a very strong push to the upside. Even if you would consider this, but if you consider, if you compare it with this demand here, you can tell that this is where the momentum was. This is where buyers really kicked in. This is where the big players were involved. So I'd like to see that continue further to the upside. And risk reward ratio wise, because that's important as well. I normally take a 1:5 and nothing less than that. So let's see to the highest point. So definitely we get a 1:5 or more. So I'll be happy with that setup. If it gives me a 1:7, fine. But my minimum target is a 1:5. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are taking something from these videos that I'm sharing on a weekly basis. Um, yeah, just to help out. I was very happy to see or to receive feedback from a couple of you guys to say you do take trades that on that I normally share, sorry, on these sessions. However, remember, everything I share is not financial advice, so apply your discretion and your diligence as well. And if you do not understand risk, please abstain. Do not get into the markets, because um, you stand a chance of losing some or all of your capital. With that said, I hope you guys have a great trading week. Remember to manage your risk. Remember, the lines that we draw on the charts, they do not control the market, but what controls the markets really, it is buyers and sellers at the end of the day. So your job is to identify where the buyers came in or where the sellers came in, and time the markets, and yeah, make money. So yeah, with that said, catch you on the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers.